Your cat can't talk, but if they could, this is exactly what they'd beg you to stop doing. I've lived with cats for years, and some of these mistakes I only discovered after completely failing my own. She used to hide under the bed for hours, ignore me when I called her, and stare at me from across the room like I was a stranger in her own house. And when I finally stopped doing what every cat owner on the internet told me was normal, everything changed. I've also watched hundreds of cat owners make the exact same errors every single day, thinking they're being loving pet parents. Here's the thing. Ignoring these mistakes doesn't just mean your cat is a little grumpy. In some cases, it leads to chronic stress, litter box avoidance, and a cat that genuinely wants nothing to do with you. And the worst part? Most owners have no idea they're the problem. Because we all think we're doing it right. We feed them, we pet them, we buy the fancy towers. But deep down, your cat is probably desperate for you to stop making these 5 mistakes. So let's get into it. 1. The predator hand. This one sounds ridiculous until you see the world through your cat's eyes. When you reach over your cat's head to pet them, which is what almost everyone does, you're doing something that in cat language is basically an attack warning. In the wild, anything large looming from above is a hawk, an owl, or a predator descending. Your cat's nervous system doesn't interpret that hand as affection, it interprets it as a threat entering their blind spot. I remember when I finally tested this with my own cat. For weeks, she'd duck away when I tried to pet her, so I stopped reaching over. Instead, I sat down, kept my hand low at her nose level, and let her walk into my fingers. Within 2 days, she was rubbing her cheek against my knuckles without me even moving. Cats who seem distant or head shy almost always soften when the owner simply changes their approach angle. No forcing, no cooing, no treats, just respecting their visual field. Present your hand at their level, let them sniff first, and let them choose to make contact. You'll be shocked how fast a standoffish cat turns into a lap cat when you stop looking like a giant hawk trying to grab their head. Now, this next one, almost every owner does it, but almost nobody realizes it's actually making their cat dehydrated. 2. The water trap. You think you're doing the right thing. You put a nice full bowl of water right next to their food, just like the pet store showed you. But here's what your cat is actually experiencing: a biological signal that the water is contaminated. In nature, cats never drink near their kill. A dead prey item near a water source means bacteria, decay, and danger. So when you place their water bowl 2 inches from their food, their instincts tell them, don't drink that. Plus, most water bowls are too deep, causing whisker fatigue, that overstimulation of the sensitive whisker nerves that makes drinking physically uncomfortable. A study from the University of Lincoln confirmed that cats show a strong preference for water sources located away from feeding areas. And when given the choice between a still bowl and a moving source, the vast majority choose the moving source. I moved my cat's water bowl to the other side of the room and swapped her deep plastic bowl for a wide, shallow ceramic dish. Her drinking doubled within a week. Doubled. Try this. Separate food and water by at least 3 feet. Use a wide, shallow bowl or a fountain. And never use plastic. It holds bacteria and changes the taste. Your cat isn't picky. Their biology is screaming at them to be careful. Okay, this next one is going to sound like I'm telling you to love your cat less. But stay with me because the science behind it is actually heartbreaking. 3. The forced cuddle. You come home, you see your cat looking adorable on the couch, and you scoop them up for a hug. Or they sit on your lap and you keep petting them because it feels good for you. But here's what most owners miss. Your cat is giving you an exit signal and you're ignoring it. The lip lick, the ear flick, the tail thump, the slight turn of the head away from your hand. These aren't random movements, they're displacement behaviors, your cat's polite way of saying stop. According to International Cat Care, cats who have their boundaries repeatedly ignored become cats who skip the warning signals and go straight to swatting, hissing, or complete withdrawal. Not because they're mean, because they learned that subtle signals don't work. I started using what behaviorists call the 3-second rule. I pet my cat for 3 seconds, then I stop and wait. If she leans in or bumps my hand, I continue. If she doesn't, I walk away. Within a month, she started jumping onto my lap voluntarily, something she hadn't done in a year. Your cat isn't aloof, they just want consent. Stop holding on, let them choose to stay. Now we're getting into the mistakes that most owners have genuinely never heard of. But this next one, it destroys trust in a way you can't see until it's too late. 4. The litter box betrayal. You bought a covered box because it looks tidy. You bought scented litter because it smells nice to you. You put it in the laundry room because it's out of the way. And then you wonder why your cat peed on your bed. Here's what your cat is experiencing. A covered box is a trap with one exit. In cat psychology, that's an ambush waiting to happen. Scented litter is an overwhelming chemical assault on an organ they use to navigate the world. And if you have multiple cats but only one box, you're asking them to share a resource that, in the wild, they'd never share. The rule is simple, and almost nobody follows it. One box per cat plus one extra, uncovered, unscented, located somewhere with multiple sightlines and an escape route, not in a closet, not in a loud laundry room. I had one client whose cat was acting out for 6 months. We moved the box from the bathroom corner to a quiet hallway, removed the hood, switched to unscented clumping litter, and added a second box. The inappropriate elimination stopped in 3 days. 6 months of stress, gone in 3 days. Your cat isn't being spiteful. You're just making their bathroom a nightmare. And the last one, honestly, I got this wrong for years, and it made my cat anxious in a way I never connected until I saw the research. 5. The incomplete hunt. When you play with your cat, you're probably dangling a toy, letting them swipe at it, and then either getting bored or putting it away while they're still engaged. Or worse, you're using a laser pointer that they can never catch. Here's what your cat is actually experiencing: a biological cycle that you keep interrupting. Cats don't play for fun. They play to complete a prey sequence: stalk, chase, pounce, catch, kill. That last step, the catch, it's everything. According to feline behavior specialists, if a cat never completes the final kill step, their nervous system stays in a state of frustrated arousal. That frustration doesn't just disappear. It shows up as 3 a.m. zoomies, attacking your ankles, or obsessive meowing. I used to end play sessions when I got tired. Now I use the kill switch. I let my cat catch the toy. I let her grab it, bite it, rabbit kick it with her back legs, then I give her a small treat. The treat simulates the meal after the kill, closing the loop in her brain. Play for 10 minutes, but make the last 30 seconds a guaranteed catch followed by a treat. Then put the toy away. You'll notice your cat walks away calm and satisfied, instead of wired and destructive. That's a cat whose instincts have been respected, and a cat like that is a happy cat. If this video gave you even one thing you didn't know before, go ahead and hit that like button. It genuinely helps this channel reach more cat owners who actually care about their cats, the way you do. And if you have a cat at home right now, drop a comment below and tell me which one of these mistakes you're going to fix first. I read every single one. And if you want to keep learning how to build a real bond with your cat, the kind most owners never figure out, subscribe, because there's a lot more coming that your cat would probably want you to know.